Everybody, welcome back to Zephyr Travels. I'm Randy.
And I'm Diane.
Did you ever get that perfect campsite where you get everything all set up and you sit out on your awning and the sun's in your eyes?
Well, that's what we're experiencing right now.
Yeah, so we've got a solution, and that is the Air Gear Sunshade. Now, we're not sponsored by Air Gear. We get nothing if you happen to buy one, but we wanted to get something to put on this awning to block the sun, and there's really only two manufacturers that make anything for that, Air Gear and ZipDee, and unfortunately ZipDee didn't have anything in stock, so we got the Air Gear, which we like because we like the color.
Right.
It's nice gray. So in this video, we're going to show you how to install this sunshade, and we'll come back at the end of it and show you what it's like to have the sunshade. Now keep in mind, we did do this video installation a few weeks ago, so if you see Lincoln in it, he's a little bit smaller. All right, let's run that introduction and then we'll go right back into the video of installing this. We're going through the steps of setting up the sunshade on our Airstream, and it attaches to the awning. So I want to show you first some of the tools we're going to use. We're going to have a tape measure, a drill, pop rivet gun, drill bits. I don't think we're going to need any tools out of the driver's selection, but those are the basic tools that we're going to use. There may be some others, and if we do, grab a different tool, we'll let you know. So I'm going to use a point of view camera so you can see what I'm doing, and Diane's going to take this camera and kind of follow me along, and we'll get through to the first steps. So I'm going to pass the camera on to Diane. Yeah.
There, okay.
Okay, so the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the awning down so we can work on it easy. I'm just going to put it in the lowest point. Like this, so now we can get at this. I can come in behind here. As you can see, this is where it's going to attach, right along here. And we're going to have to drill and put snaps in here for the awning. So one of the things I thought about doing is I bought some clamps so I can clamp this piece up so it's not in our way as much. So I'm going to go get those. Then we'll use 2 per side. Just to make sure it stays in place. That helps everything but the middle here. And I don't have a good solution for this. If I had a couple magnets, doing something like this would work, but I don't. So I'm just going to have to work with what I got. That should give me fairly good access. Now the other thing I want to do is put some tape on it and kind of just, I'm thinking I want to go.
Couldn't you just use tape to tape that up?
I can try.
See if it'll hold.
I have like a duct tape that might be better. Get that. The masking tape won't do it. Diane suggested tape. Seems like a good idea. So put a little duct tape on here, or this is actually Gorilla Tape. Same idea. It actually works pretty good if it sticks and stays.
See, the wife always has good ideas.
She does. I've never said you don't. Don't always agree with them, but never said you don't have good ideas. So I'm using these pop rivets that were in here from the factory as a guide. And I'm gonna lay a line out. Be reasonably straight. Okay, that's good. Now just a real quick measurement. Approximately what's the full width of the awning. And it is 18 feet, and let's say about 18 feet and a half. And our shade is 15 feet. Okay, so this is the kit. Actually, this is the shade, and they tell you to lay it out. And you can see there's snaps in it. Goes this way. There's a seam on it. You probably want this to the inside. All right. So the idea here is if I have 15 feet of shade, yeah, pretty much 15 feet of shade, 18 feet, so I've got 3 feet difference. Yeah. I guess we would kind of just split the difference.
Yeah, just put it in the center.
Yeah. I mean, you could put it all one way, or you could put it the other way if you wanted.
Well, if you want, depends. I mean, we really don't sit near the end, and you want more towards the front where it would cover probably the door.
Right, but you also want space here to get in and out.
Yeah.
Where the door is. So I'm thinking we come over some of that.
Yeah.
If we come over. So if we came over 2 feet, then it would end 2 feet or a foot from that end. That makes sense? So one thought would be to go in just a distance of one set of snaps, and then if all these snaps are exactly the same distance apart, if we added one more snap, we could do either way. You follow me? They all seem to be about 29 and a half. Nope, doesn't work. It's a different amount on this end. So I guess wherever we put it's where it's going to be. So let's go in 2 feet from here. Start our first snap there. So it says to drill a 9/64 drill bit. And start your holes with that. And you're putting in 1/8 inch pop rivets, so I guess slightly oversized by 1/64 of an inch. Makes them fit a little easier. One of the concerns is to be careful when you drill in because there's springs and such inside the tube and you don't want to damage them while you're drilling. There.
You want me to get it? Okay.
Okay, is it pop rivet? There we go. Now we put the first snap on. And we just use the shade to line up where the next snap goes. Don't want to throw any shade on Diane's idea, but tape isn't sticking as well as we hope.
Well, you have to try. It
Right.
never hurts to try.
I think we'll hold it when we need it to hold it, and then be okay. And put the snap in. There we go. And now we line up for the next one. Like that. And this is just repeating the process for every snap along the way. There, now we can remove the clamps and the tape.
And it's all installed now. It seemed to be that easy.
Just about. We have to stake it on the bottom sides. Pull off my piece of tape. Which may be a little bit of a struggle because the pop rivets go, the snaps go underneath it a little bit or over it. next thing is to raise it up. It is a bit heavier now. Now they do give you these bags, and the idea with these bags is you're supposed to put rocks or sand or whatever, and that's what you hold it to stake it out. So I have stakes. Let me try that. You do have these bungees, which I honestly think are going to be too short. Give them a try. Go back here. Down to the ground. Yeah. Thinking, what are you doing? You trying to help?
Because I am. Says, what are you doing? Because that's noisy. Ow. Oops. Very nice.
Well, not only can you see that the sunshade does a great job of blocking the sun, it also gives you a level of privacy.
That's true.
You can't even see us from this side. You might be able to see Zephyr there, but
Yeah.
not us.
See Zephyr walking around.
Yeah,
We enjoy it, and the dogs enjoy it.
right.
Gives them a little bit of shade away from the sun.
Yep. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something about installing the sunshade on your awning. And do you like it?
Yeah, I do. It really helps a lot. We wanted the spot in the sun, and this helps a lot.
Yeah, it makes it very much more enjoyable to sit out here. Adds a little bit of privacy to the patio area, and we're enjoying it quite a bit, especially Lincoln.
Yeah, especially Lincoln.
So if you like this video, what should they do?
Please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, Zephyr Travels.
Yeah, hit that bell for notifications, and until the next time, we'll see you guys down the road.
And remember to hit that hype button.
Yeah, don't forget that hype button.
It helps us a lot.
All right.
See everybody down the road.
Bye now.